I don't know why I can't figure this out, bro. I thought it's like every other time, right?
Where the fuck is McClay?
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's badass.
I accidentally muted myself. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bogcast. I'm your host, Keith Obit, joined with my best friend, Bryan McClay. What's up, dog? You stoned?
What up, dude? Super stoned.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. I have a lot of fun subjects I want to get into. I know what you want to talk about McClay first. We got that Nintendo video. We got the cancel pigs, Mark Waid shit. We got the comedy report. What do you want to do?
I say we start with the fucking Nintendo video shit. That shit's been crazy, bro.
Okay, sweet. So, was it a couple weeks ago, I'd say we talked about it? Should I just pull it up?
Fuck yeah. If you guys didn't see it, well, you guys probably saw it. Everybody that's here's live, you probably watched it while it happened. When we were talking about that Nintendo clip where the dude put in the video game and didn't push down. That's the shit we're talking about.
Yeah, so we played this clip, and these guys talk about how you don't actually have to push the cartridge down on an original Nintendo. And I never knew this. I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, I actually posted this. Can anyone confirm this Nintendo fact? McClay, I forgot your response. You were kind of, actually, you were like, holy shit, too. You were like, holy shit, like, you don't remember this, right? Well, the video went completely viral, but the comment section is completely divided. I'd say half the comments say, yeah, I totally remember growing up with the Nintendo's doing this. And the other half saying, no, this is false.
Yeah.
All the other boxes are modded. So we actually had one of the viewer or commenters, I should say, try it out for us, and he made his own video. So here's that.
Power
It
on.
fucking blows my mind.
Put it down. Doesn't work right. Put it back up. Works
Dude,
fine.
that's fucking crazy. So despite this video, people still said that box is modded. This guy actually showed me a picture I put on my story of the model number and all this. Like, no, he swears that this is an original model. But some comments that stood out to me on the original video though were, and maybe chat can confirm this, is if you had a Game Genie, you would already know this. Well, I never had a Game Genie. I don't exactly know how the Game Genie works, but apparently the disc, or the cartridge I should say, doesn't go all the way in. And so, did anyone have a fucking Game Genie growing up? Do you remember this, McClay?
I had a Game Genie for the Sega, dude. I had a Game Genie for the Sega that I think just kind of like fell in my lap. Maybe a friend brought it over and left it there, something like that. So it was always, you just put the game in. You didn't have to close anything behind it. You remember? So I didn't even know they had a Game Genie for regular Nintendo. You know?
Yeah,
So
look that up really quick. But yeah, the comments are just I mean, it's just,
dude,
it's just funny how
it's the amount of people that fight you on it is blowing my mind, dude. There are so many people in there that just want to say that want to say it's not true, and fuck you for saying this. You know what I mean? Like, they're ready to
oh,
fight.
it's people. Yeah, I know, but you know what? I absolutely love it, and you want to know why? Because I love torturing the fuck out of them. And if I can't torture anybody, what's the fucking point of having a viral video, right?
I know.
Because all those fucking people are the same shit we talked about last time. people with no profile pics. They're private accounts. You know what I mean? And they're just hiding behind all of that, dude. Like, you know how many people are calling you fucking a mouth breather and shit?
Yeah, because my mouth was open. Yeah.
Those are the ones that got me the most mad. And I'm like, fuck you. And it's always like, oh, another coward account. You know what I mean? Every single time. Every person that said that is from a private account with some fucking anime profile pic. It's fucking pathetic. Anyway,
private accounts are just as bad as people that block people.
So apparently this is what the Game Genie looked like.
Whoa, look at that. Sure enough, you're not going to close anything on that. I want to see somebody using it.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find something real quick. Hang on.
Yeah, this could be very, very interesting right here.
Anybody in chat grew up with a Game Genie on the original NES?
Anyone know where the Toys R Us CEO ended up? I want to meet them. Game Genie, here we go.
Made by Codemasters and distributed by Galoob. So that's right, this is a video game enhancer. In case your games weren't awesome enough already, Game Genie makes them even better. Better performance. So this is a kind of weird little cartridge mod that allows you to kind of like that. So we've got our game attached to the Game Genie here.
Holy shit, look at
your
that.
Nintendo like so. And one kind of issue with these things is, you know, of course, the cartridge can't go down anymore. So what ended up happening is the Game Genie can easily bend the pin connectors on your NES. And don't even think about trying to fit it into a top-loading NES. You'll have some problems.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
So you have to take stuff apart to get that to work. But yeah, so that's one reason.
So this is a noob question. From my understanding, those things allowed you to cheat, right? Did it just give you codes or extra lives?
Yeah, you had codes.
Like
you had like a little. Yeah, you had a little code book and stuff. That just proves it. Does that just prove to all those people that said that there's no fucking way that this is true, this and that? Did that just prove to all of them that it is?
Yep. I feel like that settles it.
Yeah.
Just real quick, Chad. Last week we did have some audio issues, so if you could just help us out, make sure me and McClay are the same level, and also no one's echoing and things like that. Trying to improve the show each week. You know, just having some issues with the StreamYard shit. We can't monitor the output audio. It fucking sucks. So if there's echoing or any audio issues, just please let us know and we'll fix it. But so I did also, it's kind of irrelevant now, but I did reach out to 3 video game experts, supposedly, they claim, and just telling them, you know, how pretty much everything we just talked about, and how the comments were divided and all that shit. So I reached out to, is it called DK Oldies? It's like a video game.
Oh yeah, they were the guys that did the original video.
Actually, they're not. So the person that commented that was wrong. The guys that made that video, I'll have to pull it up again. They're actually from another channel. We do need to shout them out, but they were not from the DK Oldies. But I did reach out to the DK Oldies, and I was in their chat. It ended up being an AI chat, and I just thought their response was kind of interesting, because I told them my theory on how the original consoles that were sold, because everyone's saying, oh, those are modded. So I'm thinking the original consoles that were sold, what is it, Christmas of '85 or whatever, are going to be vastly different than the consoles 3 or 4 years later. As a matter of fact, the original consoles that any system sells are usually the beta ones they've been working on the past few years, and they're pieces of shit and they always fall apart. So I said that was my theory of why, you know, some worked, because some people are saying mine never did that. You know what I mean? No matter what I tried that, my games wouldn't work with it playing up. And you know, their stories are real, right? So they have to be true. But this is what the AI said to it. It says, regarding the debate about pushing the cartridge in original Nintendo consoles, it is true that some consoles may have required the cartridge to be pushed down for proper gameplay. However, this can vary depending on the specific console model and its condition. It is possible that different batches or revisions of the console may have had slight variations in how the cartridges were inserted and played. So for AI to come up with that answer, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Wow, how do you get an AI chat, dude? That's kind of cool.
That's our future, bro.
I know. I want to get an AI chat, and I want to like program it.
Just to do all your fucking calls and text.
Yeah.
It still wouldn't respond. You could get the best AI ever, and McClay shit still wouldn't call back or text back.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that settles it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just the Game Genie thing?
Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting, man. You know what's pretty interesting? You said you called the Nintendo people, and they told you, they told you it was too old for them to even work on or talk. Spend time.
That actually was a human, and at first he was excited. He was like, "Oh, sweet, blah blah. Let me go check this out. I'll be right back." I waited for like fucking 35 minutes. And he came back and he's like, I really apologize for this and for the wait, but I can only help you with the newer stuff and this and that. I'm like, I know one of you motherfuckers. I just put lame and then just left. Because I didn't even want, I was so disappointed.
Yeah, dude. Sean Little, oh, Jesus Christ, man. You just scared me. You guys sound like ass. Just kidding. You guys are good. There was my buddy in the comics world went to the Nintendo store in New York, and I told him to ask them, and he said, "Yeah, dude, they're too young. They have no idea what we are even talking about."
They're like, "What?"
Yeah.
I wanted to show
what
you
is an
this
NES?
other cool Nintendo fact. Maybe people in the chat grew up knowing this. First, let me show you this, McClay. This is a new VR game in the world of the original Zelda. Have you seen this?
Yes, dude. This is badass. This is crazy. This is so cool.
Fuck.
I know. This is so cool, bro. Wow.
It's the Quest 2.
That's
Dude,
amazing.
that's bad, dude.
Yeah.
That's
one
my
of
next
the coolest
system,
things.
dude. I think is VR.
Get an Oculus.
Yeah, don't you have to use
Dude,
Facebook
Brian
with it,
Redband
though?
does like these VR hangouts like every night on those things.
Oh yeah, I don't ever watch them, but I know what you're talking about. God, okay, so I wanted to show you guys this duck hunt fact. Is this it right here?
Yeah, this shit's funny. A lot of people probably have heard this. There's going to be people that have heard it, but a lot of people still don't know about this fact.
I thought
Somebody told me.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody told me something about this that blew my fucking mind away, dude. And I'll talk about it when you play the original.
Well, anyway, just tell everybody. I'll try to find the video that shows.
So in Duck Hunt, you can control the bird on the other controller. So there's people that would just on one controller would just hold the left button or the right button and get 100 out of 100. You know what I mean? Shooting. Because the duck's in the same spot all the time because you're just holding that left button.
That makes sense.
That's smart as hell, right?
So I don't know if I'm just a fucking noob. I just never knew that. I don't think they ever met. Supposedly it mentions that in the actual instructions of the game, but I was like 6 when that game came out. I wasn't reading the instruction manual for it. But didn't you say you just found that out a few years ago?
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I'd say. Yeah, this is cool.
A little video.
So we're here, duck hunt. We're gonna see and put to the test the player 2 controlling the duck. Someone hit start. Okay, here we go. Mario's on. Wait,
That's not Mario. That's me. You're Mario, yeah.
I'll give him a moment to control the duck.
Yeah, wait.
Good Lord.
I wanted to make sure.
Trigger happy.
Oh, wait, yeah, it actually does work.
Oh, wait a minute. We have. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, look.
Okay.
Actually does work.
So here we go.
Go ahead. Go down. Go left, right.
Can you like hold down on it and he'll go down?
No, you just push one direction and they kind of go
All right.
your weight.
Would you stop firing for a moment, for God's sakes?
Yeah, you try. I told you.
That doesn't show me shit, man.
You got a minute to control that thing, or I'm killing it. It works, right?
A little bit.
That's not
It
working.
just go. Yeah, you can't really change like the altitude, but it works.
No, yeah.
It works.
It does. It kind of works. Here, Tristan, try.
Let's see what the comments say.
The comments are always the best part.
The thing is, despite this video, because I found some videos on TikTok about it, that's kind of a shitty video. I apologize for that one.
Yeah.
People saying that not only did they know that it's, like I said, it says it in the instruction booklet for it, that you can do that.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
that makes me just wonder about all the other things I didn't know about on these games that I grew up loving.
bro, this shit took me down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I found this. Check this out.
Oh yeah. Dudes, Rated R sent this to us.
Yeah.
So
basically, an NES Tetris.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is a Tetris guy, right?
Yeah, this is at a Tetris contest. And this guy is showing a new way of controlling using the controller that they've been doing, and this guy's just crazy good at it. Watch this.
Players would originally hold down the left and right to get pieces further to the sides, right? Then eventually they started tapping super fast to go from left to right. But the human limit caps at around like 15 times a second, as you'll find the fastest humans are. So a player.
This is awesome, right?
No, I'm reading the line. It says bro's a level 100 Asian. That's hilarious.
Named Cheesefish invented a technique where you'll put your thumb on the D-pad and push the controller into your thumb to register an input. Do you hear that? Yeah. So basically, instead of just using one finger, you could use 5 fingers to push your controller into your hand. So if you do it really fast, it looks like this. So you're pushing the controller into the D-pad to get 5 rapid inputs. Right. Yeah.
And they're doing that for Tetris.
Oh, I can get it.
Yeah, for Tetris, right? Because you always want to be able to go fast.
There's another guy I follow on TikTok. He's the #1 in the world, and he goes live. I watch his lives, bro. He plays this other crazy Tetris where like the blocks melt, you know what I mean, and all this shit. And he does all that. And he wears a white glove. He wears gloves while he does it, and he destroys. He absolutely destroys. He's doing all that fucking weird tapping shit. That's fucking.
Yeah.
I love that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
genius.
that. I know.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
That's, you know what that is, bro? That's the timers for Halo, right?
I was just gonna say that. If you played Halo Combat Evolved back in the day, they figured out that all the power-ups were on a fucking timer where every 30 seconds this fucking weapon came, and every minute and a half the overshield came back. So all the pros would have stopwatches on their controller. So when the game start, you'd hit it, and it brought that game a whole other dimension and level that the creators didn't even intend. It was just some fucking nerds from the Dream Team that figured it out. They were the first to do it. And yeah, that was awesome, dude.
And that
I wish you could
changed
show them playing
everything.
Tetris. If you can, maybe you can find one of them playing Tetris, dude.
Well, watch this. Watch the end of this. The end of this is kind of cool.
At about 20 to 30 times a second.
30 times a second?
30 times a second.
Just from moving your fingers?
Yep.
Dude. Yo, what are you doing with that controller there?
Huh? Oh,
He's got the glove.
Oh yeah. See, told you.
He's got the glove. That's him. Is this him?
No, it's like a
No.
white. That's him right there. That white guy right there. See that melting one? That's what I was talking about. He plays this game all the time live, and he's like the #1 at that too. He's #1 at like all these different variations.
Thank you. Also 16 away from sub goal. Oh sheesh, wait. You're right. Oh wait, hold up. Ooh, let me cook, chat. Let me cook. Wait, hold up.
But
Nice.
he does that same shit.
I just want to see it. I want to see a video of it.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
There's usually him at tournaments.
Yo, what are you doing?
Just like learning that story. So I was
That's crazy, dude. That's super
I love
interesting.
fucking video game nerdy shit.
Yeah. Let's look at his videos. Oh, here we go. There he is. There he is. Look at that.
Watch this shit, dude. This is nuts.
Look at that. Yep.
That's fucking bad as fuck. Is there any volume?
Yeah.
I can't hear anything.
I'll get a max.
Second. What a great game.
By the way, if you guys are
This is
enjoying on
one of those-
TikTok, by the way, I am live on Twitch right now. I'm MilesTheGreat33. Link.
This is a timeless game, man. This game
Yeah,
will live on
bro.
forever, bro. Like chess.
Dude, we used to play this game constantly over at Blanzy's
Oh.
house on his computer, though. And you played on the number pad.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, dude. The documentary about Tetris is pretty cool, too.
Oh, that movie with what's his name? That
Yeah.
Egerton guy. It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's cool. Good shit right there, man.
Right on. Well, should we talk about the council pig shit?
Bro, that shit's crazy, right? Right at the end of the year, comic books is just going absolutely nuts. I didn't see I didn't see Comicsgate coming out of nowhere at the end of the year and looking like a good guy.
Well, can I tell you? Can I tell you this from my perspective? Because I'm not in the comic shit.
That's why I
You know what I'm
really
saying?
want to talk
So-
about it. Yeah. I gotta take some fucking RSO. Hold on here.
Don't forget to let us know what strain you guys are smoking. Also, let us know if it's a sativa, an indica, hybrid. I just loaded up some of that grape kush into this bong. Anyway. So about a few weeks ago, so first off, I'm sure everybody knows McClay, like, you know, his other channel, it's all about comics, this and that. I haven't followed comics, you know, for years. I feel like I kind of live it through McClay in a way, because he kind of always tells me the hot stuff that's going on and all the shit, all the good books. And if there's really a book worth reading, he'll just be like, yeah, check this out, and I'll read it, right? But I haven't followed it in so long. And then about I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, you know, you had that moment where, looking back at it now, it's kind of funny because you were being called a bigot and a social justice warrior at the same time. And it's like, how is this fucking humanly possible? So that's fucking hilarious. Like, how is that possible? So you came on an episode of Getting Blunt with Keith, and you laid it out and you explained everything to me, and I knew nothing. So you explained to me Comicsgate, you explained to me Ethan Van Sciver, that Red Riding Hood book. What's it called? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Black Riding Hood.
Black Riding Hood book. That was controversial, this and that. So we dropped that episode. And in the meantime, there's a couple commenters about people saying, how dare McClay bring this up again? How dare we even associate with these guys? They're fucking evil Nazis, this and that. And so, and like I said, I know nothing of Comicsgate. I'm just listening to like McClay telling me his story about, and he's not like defending him either. It was just an incident that happened to him on his channel. You know what I mean? And so I forgot what I was even fucking talking about.
About the cancel pig stuff and how you're seeing it from a different point of view, right? Like,
oh yeah, so those commenters were saying how evil they were, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to find out how evil these fuckers are, because they made them seem like they were just like, I should not have them in the title of the YouTube. So for the past 3 weeks, I followed Comicsgate, Ethan Van Sciver, and all this shit, and I have to say, It's fucking awesome. I absolutely love it. It's fun as fuck. I don't understand why everyone's so I can't find anything offensive about them. If you're offended by them, you're a huge fucking pussy. Like, seriously. They're literally just trying to save comics. And I went all the way back. I think one of the best videos to watch is when Ethan Van Sciver is on Tim Pool. And you could tell he was one of those people who was just a big, loud guy for Trump in 2017. And, of course, you know, you're a not alt-right Nazi if you fucking do that, right? I'm not even a Trump guy. I just don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I have to say, dude, I absolutely love every morning I wake up, I see Ethan's fucking new fucking tweets and shit, and they're hilarious, dude. And he's literally just calling out all the people that who I say to you who are like, hey, dude, like, these comics are kind of weird. Like, what's going on with this? Like, this doesn't, you know what I mean? And he explains why these comics are like this. And I don't know, maybe it's because his humor and we're the same, kind of close to the same age. Maybe that's why I'm not offended by it, by the things he says. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of sarcasm, a lot of satire, you know?
Yeah.
But fuck,
well,
I don't
he's got
understand.
It's not a lot of sarcasm or satire. It's more than that. Like, it's laid on thick, and people don't, and so many people go full Karen mode on them because they don't get the joke. I really think a lot of people hate him because they just don't get the joke. And at the same
I'm still
point,
looking for this really offensive content or the really offensive things that he said. I just can't find it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I mean, there's some stupid shit with every little, you know, thing. I think the only thing that's shitty with Comicsgate is sometimes they you know what, I was talking about it the other day. A lot of people get mad at some of the stuff that they say, but I think 99% of the time, and I haven't been able to find the other 1%, they're just swinging and missing at a joke. You know what I mean?
You mean
like,
if it comes off as offensive?
If it comes off as
1%.
offensive,
Yeah.
It really feels like, and the rest of the guys that are on the show, they'll kind of go, like, you know, like, oh man, you swung and missed on that one hard.
Like when you watch Kill Tony, dude, he is swinging for the fences every joke.
Yes.
And he hits. He's like 85. He's like hitting 850. So there are ones where you're like, but you just if he doesn't make those swings, the other jokes aren't gonna hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
he's just trying to be funny, and he's just around a bunch of his friends, bullshitting, which is the other thing that I like. I like how he does his content. Right? It's the same type of content we do. We just get on here and bullshit, have a good time. He gets a bunch of his friends on there. They're all drawing and doing stuff. He's a super pro to begin with, but he's also got other big time pros on there. You know, Aaron Lopresti is always drawing every show.
I think that's
and
cool too.
He'll show what he draws at the end, and it's fucking amazing, dude. It is like these guys are some of the best artists in the game, and they just got tired of not making money, right? Because Mark Miller came out and said that the amount of money that you're going to make at working as a contracted, you know, creator at Marvel, you could sell the idea that you're coming up with for Marvel, but just do it yourself, sell it as a option and make 18 times that. You know what I mean? Like that, to me, that means that Marvel and DC maybe just aren't paying enough. Right. So that could be one of the things, but at the same time, like these guys, they just wanted to do it on their own. They get tired of the bullshit.
I love that, dude. I love the whole just fuck the big corporation shit and just doing it on your own, self-funding. I love that whole aspect of it, dude.
And here's how they've come out as good guys, right? Because this whole thing happened with that Glenn O'Leary guy, and shout out to Glenn at Comic Book Palace coming and saying what needed to be said. And a lot of people took his side. Did you see the intro to his new episode this week, bro?
Who?
Glenn from Comic Book Palace.
No, play it.
Oh, bro, I got to show
So
you
that's
this,
the other
dude.
thing I want to say just really quick, dude, is when I started this deep dive on it, I couldn't have picked a better time because it happened right when this Glenn shit went down, the Mark Miller shit, the cancel pigs, this Mark Waid fuck. Like, it's craziness. And the reason why I think I relate to it so much, even though I'm not into comics, because it's the same shit that's happening in all of entertainment, not just comics. So that cancel pig is the perfect term because it's just throwing it right back on their fucking in their face, right? All the people are trying to cancel.
It's such a good turn.
I fucking absolutely love it.
Yeah, yeah. I want to know who came up with that originally.
Mark Miller.
All right, did he?
Yeah, that's
is
what,
that confirmed?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's what. Yeah, Mark Miller came up with that.
Yeah, I love him too. We'll talk about him some more in a second. But so this is Glenn from Comic Book Palace, the guy that put out the original video saying like that writers just don't give a shit. They're ruining our characters. They don't care about the history of the character, nothing, right? So
Which
and
is
then
all
it
facts,
caused
by the way. It's all facts.
Yeah. And it caused this huge wave of just like talk in the comic book community from some of the biggest players in the community. This is he said that in one of his YouTube channel episodes that he does. He's got 43 of them now. So he did it on the 42nd one. This is the intro to his 43rd one. This is so good, bro. I wish I would have done this.
Kind of lagging.
Damn it. Watch how it goes into it.
Conan is far from good.
You haven't read it. That's why you don't know.
No, I've read Conan before.
Not this Conan. You
It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
It's not the same.
All the same. He walks into a place, kicks in the door.
So they just fucking. It's a great. By the way, sub up to his YouTube channel. It's a great YouTube channel. All it is just a comic book store with a cameraman. You know what I mean? And he catches all the cool conversations and everything, and this shit talking and saying, "Oh, this guy sucks. This guy's good." It's smart, yeah.
Smart as fuck.
It's awesome.
It's like the old Kevin Smith show he had, but real, not staged.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe you could kind of give the short version of Glenn, Mark what happened to him online because he got fucking absolutely tortured. And the sad part is
they immediately
go
went
after
his looks.
His appearance. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah.
And again, it's all the people that make those comments are behind private accounts
Cancel
with
culture,
anime pics. You know what I mean? So maybe you can explain Mark Miller, and then because I want to lead up to Mark Waid, and then up into today. Because today I woke up to the events of Mark Waid, and it's some of the most hilarious shit I've ever seen, dude.
So Mark Miller basically came to his aid and was like, this guy is he's a comic book store owner for 30 years. You should take what he says as gospel, right? And he brought him on his show. He did a YouTube show with him, and he just interviewed him. And by the way, you guys, Mark Miller is this badass old school independent comics writer from Scotland, right? And he wrote a bunch of amazing independent stuff, a bunch of amazing major stuff. Like, he is one of the best comic book writers, in the past 20 years, 30 years. So he, they get together, they start chit chatting, and you can tell Mark's likes him, and was like, yeah, and they just have this great interview, and then Mark goes, you know what? I think this guy is what he's saying has some, it's valid, right? There's something going on here that we need to take a look at. So I want to get 3 retailers out there, and he got 2 of the biggest retailers in the game, Coliseum and Comics and Graham Cracker Comics, and this all kind of like had at the same time that Glenn did his thing, the guy who owns Coliseum Comics released this like end of the year report where he says that just like new comic sales are shit. They're garbage. The only reason that they're around is because of the ratio variance, and it's because people are collecting them. They're not reading them, right? He misspoke and he said people were reading them, but people aren't reading ratio variance. They're putting them in a bag and board and putting them in their long box. You know what I mean? Or they're selling them on eBay, or sending them to the CGC. They're not reading those, and that's the only reason. One of the main reasons why new books in there. But here's the thing: this is a great thing because it's causing these fucking cancel culture, ridiculous people to totally get put out in the spotlight, right? Like the sun is burning them right now, because no matter what, they're going to look bad, in my opinion. At this point.
I think there's like just correct me if I'm wrong, just one piece missing from the story with Mark Miller, because didn't Ethan Van Sciver kind of say, oh, shout out to Mark for doing this, blah, 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 and then Mark Miller replied, cheers, bud. And that's when everything kind of really hit the fan, because they were already going off of Glenn. And then by just literally saying cheers, bud, which is kind of like they're saying, he just got fucking and just a shitstorm on himself. And that's where he came up with the phrase cancel pig.
All the people who you would guess would be like left leaning, I don't
give a fuck.
Yeah, people that don't give a fuck. Shout out to Billy. Hell yeah, that's my boy right there. Those type of people. You could say the word woke, whatever you want to use for your term. There is this weird thing where you get your feelings hurt, you're gonna fucking find a way to ruin somebody's life, and it's really cheesy. It's really cheesy. Ultimately, that's kind of what it is, right? I mean, that's what I feel like a lot of these people feel. You hurt somebody's feelings, even if it's not theirs, and they're gonna ruin your life, and it's really cheesy. Not even
that. It's, to me, what's cheesy is if you don't agree with what they're saying, they call you an alt-right or an alt-right Nazi. What the fuck?
Instead of having a conversation, that's what Mark Waid did. So Mark Waid really messed up.
Yeah,
he really messed up by saying that he doesn't. Sorry, bro. He did not want to even have the conversation, right? He
quotes saying, "I'd rather see the comic book industry burn."
Yep.
What the fuck? Then side with the alt right. Who the fuck is claiming they're alt right? Do you know anyone that claims that? You know what I mean? I'm not saying they're.
I don't know anybody that says I'm alt right. No.
All the people that I see being they're being like, oh, you're alt right. They're not alt right. Like, what the fuck? It's like normal thinking is alt right.
Well, hey, bro, that's something that you hear a lot. You hear from a lot of people who are getting into their 60s and 70s, and they're starting to say like, hey, what I thought was where I was politically is way different than what it is nowadays. And it's very interesting to see the people that are wanting to really fuck with people's lives and change their lives, when that I like I said, the when I grew up, the left and the Democrats were cool hippies that just wanted to grow their pot and not be bothered, and hey, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
It's totally different now, dude.
Whew. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's very interesting. But anyways,
what sucks is that just all these identity politics got infested into all the things that we love, but because of self-righteousness. Really?
Yeah. You're instantly a racist, a homophobe, a misogynist. You know what I mean?
And a social justice warrior at the same time.
At the same time,
so
yeah.
Because just to sum it up, so like the Ethan Van Sciver side was calling McClay a social justice warrior, and then some of the comments and people on his side were calling McClay a bigot and a racist.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to Billy. Billy's been there too.
God.
Yeah.
But the thing is there's nothing worse than seeing your best friend, and he was legit stressed out because like he just wants to make good content, and you get caught in this middle of this. And I know you're none of those things. To be honest with you, it was almost more offensive to be called a fucking social justice warrior.
Yeah. Did you see? Well, let's talk about. So Mark Waid came out. He made that statement like, I'm never gonna fucking. And then guess what he does? Then he goes and fucking turns off the comments on all of his fucking Facebook posts. Of course,
I noticed that. Yeah,
of course, yeah, of course. You're gonna turn off the comments on the Facebook post now. Shout out to Swaggle House. What's up, brother? That's the same thing as what we were talking about earlier. It's if you're not willing to have any type of conversation, I think that that is probably the worst thing that you can do. And then he kind of like cried about it, and now he comes out with a fucking bunch of posts today saying what?
Well, the GoFundMe,
basically
the GoFundMe shit.
Well, no, not only that. I think he's losing his mind. I think there's something going on. I think he's maybe losing it. You know what I mean? Like, but there is. I saw a post. Let me find it, where they were talking about. Mark Waid admits Comicsgate was right. There are massive problems in the comic industry now. This just came out, I think. Okay. Yeah, well, December 20th, 2023. So yesterday. So I don't know if this is true, but if Mark Waid is saying he's right, then holy shit, man. Holy shit.
Hang on, let me see this again. What does it say, Mark Waid?
I don't know how true this is, though. Some people are saying more lies. That's bullshit. What? Let's see here. Yep, the mainstream superhero comics industry is having a rough time of it lately. Few people are saying otherwise. My heart goes out to the struggling. Oh, this is what he said a while ago. Step needs to be taken. Just because you and your friends don't like something doesn't automatically make it empirically bad. Wow. There you go. Very interesting, man.
Well, today's shit was the funniest shit in the world to me, dude. With this Mark Waid guy. Because, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. So I wake up and there was a tweet from Ethan Van Sciver. I'm trying to find it right now, actually. And it was just in regards to this post that Mark Waid made on Facebook about a GoFundMe. And it's one of the saddest posts I've ever seen.
Yeah, at first you kind of think it's like...
Anyway, so Mark Waid posts... Earlier today, I posted a link to a GoFundMe supporting a woman long suffering from endometriosis and in dire need of surgery. Oh, sorry. If you miss it, I'm relinking it below. I could have limited comments and viewing to friends, but I thought it important to circulate the message as widely as possible. It took the Comicsgate and alt-right trolls less than an hour to try to overrun the comic section with now deleted hate about totally unrelated grievances. I want to point out just to remind you how truly bottomlessly awful these people are. If you think normal comic folks overreact to their tantrums, I will ask you to consider how sick and twisted and pathetic someone has to be to troll posts about comics, not politics, not even about me in any way, but about a desperate woman in constant pain from blah, 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 blah. So anyway, this is the funniest shit.
Shows a picture of her.
These are the same professional victims who say the most despicable things imaginable and then scream bloody murder because the liberals and SJWs aren't willing to see these guys their way and give them a hug. They are a cancer to the industry. Full stop. I want my tombstone to read "Fuck Comicsgate." And then there's this GoFundMe, right? So the funny thing is about this, dude, I followed this live right when he posted it. And unless he was deleting these comments in real time, I don't think they ever happened. And why wouldn't you just at least screenshot the comments to be like, look at how fucked up these people are? Like now
you should call their asses out.
Yeah,
You
there's
should
that
call
never
their
happened.
asses out.
That never happened. And
You
then the
should call
funniest
their
thing I
asses out.
noticed that Ethan Van Sciver actually posted about this, and it sucks because everyone should be donating to this, but Mark Waid, he's a fucking, he's at least a $5 millionaire. Where's he at? $100.
Oh wow.
Doesn't this seem like the most self fucking righteous, like things that never happened? And so Ethan Van Sciver was like, what the fuck? Is he unwell or what? Look at this reaction video, dude. This is hilarious.
All right, hold on.
Who this person is. And this latest thing is absolutely insane. I'm going to need you guys, okay? I'm going to need you, especially when we look at the way the comic book industry is right now. If you're enjoying my content, enjoying these videos, just came off the...
He has been coming out and following this stuff like crazy, dude. Like just dropping information on it like crazy. Like he's play by play on this. Yeah.
I know. He comes out new 20-25 minute videos every morning and explains it so well. He's so like articulate and like it gives me good information about it. I'm like, fuck yeah. Gets me pumped.
Yeah.
And said, I'd rather the comic book industry burn than to work with the alt-right. When he said alt-right, you might say, yeah, I don't want to work with the alt-right. What are the alt-right? They sound scary. He just means people who disagree with him. And he was referring, in fact, to Mark Miller, which is strange. Mark Miller he's not the alt-right, okay? Under no circumstances, he's a liberal. It's very strange. Mark has, like, this idea of, like, Comicsgate, alt-right, like goblins, like, you know, gremlins in his brain. It's peculiar. Anyway, that was embarrassing for him because that got spread all over the place and he was widely criticized. He did leave a kind of mysterious and sort of sad comment, I think on Blue Sky that somebody showed me, where he said essentially that in a more poetic way, he said his fight or flight responses were a little screwed up and sometimes he doesn't know whether to burn things down or to, I can't remember what it was exactly that he said, but
you know, if that's the case, if that's true, and that he said that he said, you know what, he should have said that publicly, because if he would have said that publicly, I would have garnered a little empathy for him. Like he's going through some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's getting older and he's
stay the fuck off social media.
Yeah.
That's what the fucking thing that sucks about a lot of these creators, especially that I love, is just hearing their political opinions online, and then it's hard to separate. You know,
can
especially
you play
when it's this deep.
Can you play the end of this?
Yeah, because what he does is he goes through the same thing of that that Facebook post, and then
I want to see that, dude. The end of it. Let me know when you got it up. You got it?
Been done to Mark Waid here. Why did he delete these tweets? Very peculiar. I don't understand it. And I think he's lying. But it's up to you. Let me know. I asked for your advice. I want to know what you guys think of this. Let me know. Corpse, and I will avoid showing that because I just don't think that's appropriate here. We're talking about Mark Waid's inability to stick to one single topic when the topic is actually trying to make some good in the world. It's bizarre. You want your tombstone to read Comicsgate? Mark, listen, pal, for what it's worth, if you put my trademark on your tombstone, I will DMCA your corpse, and I will copyright strike your headstone. I will have it taken out of the cemetery, and I'll leave it bare. Nobody will know where you are. You may not put that on your
fucking
tombstone.
funny.
This is terrible. And
how is that not funny?
That's hilarious, bro.
That is that's comedy.
Yeah. That's exactly. And here's the other thing.
That's a funny response to that. You know what I'm saying? To that tweet or whatever, or a Facebook message.
I feel like they think like, I bet you they think he's very what's the word for it? Like they can't stand how smug he is, but it's not being smug, it's being smart. He's smart. Yeah. He's very he speaks, he's calm. He knows what he's saying, and I think that's always been the thing about Ethan, that, you know, I don't know, that's endearing to me. You know what I mean? Like I would rather have somebody, and I think the cancel pig term, and that's exactly what I see. Like Mark Waid, like losing his fucking shit, like at his house, like
just
you know what I
oinking.
mean? Could you just fucking losing his shit? Like I don't.
Can you expand just for the people that don't know exactly what the cancel pig is? Like I don't know if you could pull up a picture of it.
Yeah.
So what's funny is when they all try to, shit on Mark Miller or Ethan or whatever the fuck, it's always the same exact profiles. No content, private accounts. Yeah, that's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, that's like perfect.
There's
This
some really
perfect.
funny AI ones too.
They're all fucking good, dude.
So pretty much a cancel pig is just a term used to cancel the cancelers, I guess. And they hate it. They
that
lose
whole
their shit over it. It's hilarious.
That whole canceling thing has always been terrible, man. It's always been just absolutely ridiculous because for the most part, I would say it's like 50-50. They usually cancel somebody over something that somebody really shouldn't be taken to task for. You know what I mean? And they ruin their fucking lives.
Out of context.
Look at Jonathan Majors. Like
Yeah.
whether you agree or whatever, like you can't say that. Maybe you're like, oh, okay, his wife had marks, and I don't know the exact case, but I heard that like even the driver said he didn't see it. Did the driver say he saw him hit her, or what? Or maybe he
I don't know what was going on in the beginning of that video.
Yeah.
There's something weird in the car. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
hear what the driver's testimony was. I did see him running forever, but supposedly there's some audio tapes. I didn't hear those either that are a little bit more incriminating, but I haven't heard them, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I heard the
but
audio tape, and it's
50-50
just
where,
him.
like, oh, you did? Okay.
The audio tape is just him. He's on one. He's just telling her like, I'm important and you need to act more like an important man's wife rather than acting the way you're acting. And it sounds pretty silly and it's kind of funny. And I'm sure there's a lot of great memes to it. But the fact that he was running away from her like that, you know what I mean? And then he goes and what they get him for doesn't make sense. I saw a guy talking about it, how like they got him for one type of assault, and that doesn't make sense because they made him not guilty for another one. It was very interesting.
Dude,
so
New York's a shit show. I would never want to be prosecuted there. That would suck.
Yeah. But now as soon as that gave Marvel their out, they're like, fuck yeah, get rid of this guy, right? We don't even want to continue the Kang saga, right? Do you even think they'll continue the Kang saga? Because now there's talk that Will Smith is gonna supposed to be playing it now. Why even do it anymore? Just stop it. Bring in Doom. Isn't that what they wanted? And you know what here's something that you say all the time that I told my brother. Me and my brother were driving home, and I was telling my brother all this shit. And my brother goes, you know what, dude? After the Avengers saga, everything else has been shit. They ruined.
Sure, yeah.
He's like they're gonna ruin X-Men. They're gonna ruin.
They already are.
Everything else. They're gonna ruin it all, man, and it's just not even worth caring about. My brother's like, I don't even care about it anymore.
I'm with your brother, dude. I gave up, I think it was about 3 years ago because I was so disappointed in getting disappointed, if that makes sense. Like, because I would get so hyped for everything. Oh, this is the one that's going to bring everything back. And then not only were the content just not good, like the episodes, especially like the Disney shit to me, the Star Wars stuff, the way they were just treating like Gina Carano and just the different, I don't know, just the different things that they were doing and stuff. Like, I just was like, I'm fucking done with this shit.
Yeah.
So Marvel sucked for a long time, dude. But yeah, this cancel pig shit, I just think is just the perfect term. I'm still looking for this offensive shit from Comicsgate, but I'm all for it, dude.
Yeah. Yep. I've done the same exact thing that you said. Like I followed Ethan just because he's been my, he's my top 3 favorite artists. Like the stuff that he did on Green Lantern just made me like the biggest Green Lantern fan. Him and Jeff Johns, that whole saga, everything, and the stuff that they created over there was so great. And he's always been one of my favorite artists. Well, so I followed him from afar. Like I kind of like wouldn't go watch all the Comicsgate stuff. I wouldn't follow all the Comicsgate adjacent podcasts and all that stuff. Ever since this happened, it's caused me to watch those more and more. And I find myself watching like, that one of the live shows every night. You know what I mean? Like if it's on and I see it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go check it out. And I find myself watching it, and it's done the same thing. For a lot of people, I think that also they've probably turned away a lot of people that could have been supporters too, because some of their shit that some of the like hardcore Comicsgate dudes do is kind of douchebag. You know what I mean? Like instantly calling me a social justice warrior, because
that's pretty funny. I get it now.
I got something funny to show you, actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
I had something to say, but I forgot. Fuck it.
Do you see this shit with Dana White and this influencer that he kicked out?
God, don't even talk about that guy. I hate that guy so much.
I'm not gonna show it, but I just love the fact.
I'm just being sarcastic. I just hate that guy. That neon
Who,
guy.
Dana White?
No, I love Dana White.
Yeah. No, I don't care about the influencer.
That neon guy. That guy is so annoying.
Yeah, but just what Dana White said.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb shit. When you start saying stupid shit like that, yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here, making threats and talking dumb shit. Looking for
what
clout.
he did, right?
Yeah, he said he was going to go up to Dana White and talk his shit or something like that.
No, to Trump.
Oh, to Trump,
yeah. Yeah, he was going to go to Trump to do it.
Yeah, to Trump, yeah. Sorry.
I believe he said he was going to...
I don't care what he said.
I think he said he's going to confront Donald Trump. I don't
care what he said. Did he?
Well, he wasn't able to.
He's this fucking tall, too. You know that?
Yeah, he's a little fucking nerd.
I love...
I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that in real life streaming, dude. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
I know.
It's such forced content, and then other innocent people get victim. You know what I mean? Get involved in it and stuff. And
how many times would we? But here's why I love seeing shit like this, because how many times would we say, like, if somebody came up to us and done a prank like they do on the streets for a lot of those people,
I'll stab them.
Yeah,
stab the fuck out of them. I hope they don't do that. I hope that doesn't happen to me, dude.
And I don't get why more people are there needs to be more outrage for that stuff. I think
I've seen a couple of them where there was this guy that they were doing a prank on him, and he just fucking kicked him in the chest really hard, and everyone in the comments like, "Fuck yeah, fuck these prankers."
Yeah,
and they're right.
Yeah, yep.
Do you care if I do just a really quick comedy report?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Okay, cool. So I have a question in regards to stand-up comedy that I want to ask you before we get into this, McClay. If you were, we'll talk about this actually in the comedy report, the South Park episode here in a second. But if you were to think of your top 20 stand-up comedians of all time, that's a lot, 20, right?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle would probably be up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, top 5.
I know. I'm just saying. What about Chris Rock?
Maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Top 20. Yeah.
20. Yeah. So I'm separating this from goats because a lot of people do say Dave Chappelle's even a goat, right? Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, top 20. What about Kevin Hart?
Yes.
Really?
Because of how much money? Well, funniest people.
I'm talking about yours, dude.
My top 20? No, I don't think he's that funny, but he makes a lot of money. So I would say, like, if you're based on money, if you're going to say money, like, he's up there because he's that important. But I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart's stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Kevin Hart's that funny either. I do respect his, like, hustle because he works his fucking ass off, you know. And
Yeah.
I like his backstory because it's funny. Did you know him and Big J came up together and they were friends?
Yeah,
And
best
then
friends. Yeah.
Big J just watches him become just a fucking one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's a new doc, and I love stand-up comedy more than anything. So if you do like stand-up, I suggest watching this new documentary. It's called Headliners Only with Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. And they decide to play Madison Square Garden together, and it kind of shows like behind the scenes leading up to that performance, but also, you know, their backstory of like their come up in comedy and all. It's really fucking cool. Chris Rock, I mean, he is just he's one of the GOATs in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he has like all these little labels out of all his jokes, and even Kevin Hart's like, what the fuck is this? It was like this huge like fucking chart and graph. He's like, oh, this is just all my, you know, words for all my bits and all. He's like so organized and shit, right? Well, in the middle of it, or before they go on, Kevin Hart's backstage and Jay-Z comes in and he has a goat, and Jay-Z's like, what the fuck, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna give Chris Rock a goat. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I'm gonna show him, you know, and Dave Chappelle's gonna come out, we're gonna show him, so from one goat, from these goats to the other, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, Kevin Hart in the GOAT situation with Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock? What the fuck? Like, that doesn't even, like, doesn't that seem a little pretentious to, like, give a GOAT to somebody else as if, like, you're one GOAT giving it to the other? But I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong about this. Money-wise, I guess you're right, but I don't know one person that finds him funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you put Kevin Hart up there with, is what I'm trying to ask, with
Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock.
No. Fuck no.
Nowhere
near.
near.
So when you see him handing a goat and be like, yeah, from one goat to the other, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind when I was watching this.
Yeah. It brings up a very interesting conversation. Who are your goats? Like your, let's talk about your, top 10?
10?
You think you could do your top 10?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know like what orders, but for sure Louis C.K.'s up there, Stephen Wright, Joey Diaz I put up there, not necessarily like his comedy doesn't come off on video specials like when you watch him on Netflix, but when you see him live, he crushes harder than anyone I've ever seen out of any comedian. You know what I mean?
He's got charisma.
Yeah, like as he's walking out, I'm crying laughing.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. This is gonna be hard.
So the same with you, not in any order. Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Amazing Jonathan, Joey Diaz, who else? Kinnison, George Carlin.
There's a bunch.
Oh, Richard Pryor, of course. Of course, Richard Pryor. Robin Williams was funny, but he stole a bunch of jokes, so I can't put him on there.
I can't put him on top 10.
Mitch Hedberg.
I agree with everything you're saying so far.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg. Ari Shaffir.
Fuck, Patrice is up there, dude, but I love Patrice a
Gillis,
lot, dude.
Do you, I think Shane Gillis is close, man, but I don't know.
Norm
I don't
Macdonald?
know. Shafir. No, I'm not. Norm Macdonald's funny, but I probably could take off. David Cross was funny, but he's become an ultimate douchebag. Yeah, man. Bill Hicks. Yeah, take out Shafir and put in Hicks. Right.
Dave Attell, he's maybe not top 10, but top 20. Fuck, man.
There's got to be somebody I'm totally missing.
There's like a lot of the brand new comics that might eventually get up there, like you were saying, like Shane Gillis and shit like that. Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is probably my top 2 or 3.
I'm not a big fan of Louis C.K., but he's funny.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Dude, one of my all-time favorite comedians is the Amazing Jonathan, dude. The Amazing Jonathan was such a fucking funny comedian in the late 80s, early 90s. It was like next level to me. We used to laugh our ass. Me and my brother would laugh so hard.
But you
at
have
that
to watch
dude.
it again to see if it holds up.
Oh, it holds up, man.
You know what I mean?
It does hold up. Yeah.
Because
it
you know
holds
what I
up.
realized about Stephen Wright? This is why I love Stephen Wright so fucking much. Is because I first saw Stephen Wright when I was probably in like 5th grade. And it was an HBO video my mom had from a Dangerfield special that had like Roseanne and Seinfeld and all those people.
Roseanne. I forgot
guess
about
this.
Roseanne. Yeah.
But check this out, dude. I was so young, I didn't like Roseanne or any of those other comics. I was a kid because it was adult humor. I didn't relate to it. But Stephen Wright to me was fucking like it was funny to me as a 5th grader. So it's like his jokes were relatable to me as like a 5th grader and as a 43-year-old man.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I love Stephen Wright so much.
Yeah.
But then I grew obviously to love like all those other stand-ups that were on that video.
Dude, I somehow Brian Holtzman showed up in my my algorithm lately, and I've just been watching a bunch of Brian Holtzman stuff. And
he's hilarious, dude.
Oh my god,
he's
dude.
everyone's like, I hate saying this, but like the comic,
yeah,
you know, that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
You know who else is really funny is Nate Bargatze. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
He is funny as fuck, and he's a clean comic. He's a clean comic, and he's funny as fuck. I love that guy. But anyway, I like Ricky Gervais too, and he has a new special coming out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, he's really fucking funny. I wouldn't put him up in my goats, but he's fucking funny for sure.
I respect him a lot because of his just ability to create content in a way. Like he's always either has a special out or like some new show, and he's always writing and directing the show, you know? Like he's super creative.
Yeah. You know who is fucking super creative that created a video that was one of the greatest videos I've seen on YouTube? Did you see Mr. Beast's new video?
Yeah. Like
the one with the grocery store?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was so smart, dude. That was so smart because it was like a really funny, like cool thing, and it had funny moments, but there was this really like cool emotional thing behind it where he was. So basically what they do, you guys, is they take a guy and they say they bought a grocery store. The way the grocery store, they just loaded up a grocery store, whatever was in a normal Safeway, they put in there. They had Safeway or Albertsons build a grocery store, and they put a guy in there and they say every day you spend in here, you get that $10,000, but you have to take stuff in the grocery store that's worth money to get every $10,000 out of the grocery store every day, right? So it's super smart, and they give them things where they like turn off the power and stuff. It's really fucking funny, but it's so cool at the end to see that this guy chooses to leave early because he was missing his family so much, dude. Like that to me was super smooth. And then the coolest part about it is that he's coming up with these ideas, and he's getting all the filming. He's got all these people, and he's going out doing other shit. He was going and doing that island thing. Like
his productions
respect
are
what
next
he does.
level. His productions are next level, dude. You gotta watch he does a newer one where he puts a dude and a chick, and they have to live together for 180 days, and they get like $500,000. But then they do the same things like, oh, your family's here if you want to see them, but it's gonna cost 20 grand, you know. And then at the very end, dude, before it's like the pot's like $365,000. They put a wall between them with a button. It says, do you want to steal it or do you want to fucking split it? And they both hit split, and they were lucky to split it. But if one of them hit steal, then one of them would have got all of it, and the other one wouldn't have got anything. You know what I mean? So it was all like super tense and shit. They like just went through all this crazy shit, and you're like waiting for them to hit the button. You're like, fuck.
Do you think like they actually did hit steal, and he's like, sorry, we can't have that, guys. We got to reshoot that.
I don't know, because maybe, I don't know how Mr. Beast does it, but there's a famous like real world challenge where, you know, that Johnny Bananas guy, he was with this chick and he had the opportunity to do the same thing, and then he took it and he's like, nope, I'm taking all of it, and screwed the other chick hardcore. And I saw him talking about it, and he was like, dude, that was like the shitty, because they were in the mountains. He had to walk back. He's like, there's 50 people part of the production, and they all hated me. They're all just like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, it was just like, but that really happened. You know what I mean? But they were like, they made him feel like a huge asshole for. I'm like, no, dude, you did the right thing. Fuck that bitch. You know what I mean? You're never gonna see her again. Fuck her.
Yeah. Well, he's also gonna be like the guy that everybody, if he's on camera doing it, you know, still fucker.
I want to show you this Anthony Jeselnik clip from his podcast.
Yes, that's the guy I was trying to think of. Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about him. He's funny as fuck, bro.
Also in the chat, if just make sure our audio is okay, because last week we had audio issues with Brian just being a little bit louder, and also echo issues. So just let us know if you hear anything. But this is, all right, I'll just play it. This is lame, dude.
They have stand-up comedy nominations now for the Golden Globes, which has never been a thing. And someone described it as they should have named the category comedians your dad's heard of, because they missed the best specials of the year, in my opinion. No Nate Bargatze, and the people who got nominated, fine. No.
Go back.
Trevor Noah, Chris Rock, Amy Schumer, Sarah Silverman, and Wanda Sykes. Are you fucking kidding me? Trevor Noah,
Wanda Sykes.
It should have been Shane Gillis's. It could have been should have been Ari's. Fucking Ari's was next level, dude.
Yeah, the background of how shit looked.
Laney, shocker. No Mark Maron. Those are my three favorites of the year. I could have thrown Tom Segura in there easily, but I was surprised by that. The Golden.
I don't like Mark Maron special, but yeah, there's probably 10 other specials that should have been in there. I didn't even hear about any of those other ones.
Yeah.
That's
Shane Gillis should have been in there.
His awards
for
are
sure.
Pathetic, dude.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of like when they first put metal on the category and they gave a bunch of hair metal bands. Metallica lost.
They lost to Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull, yeah.
It was like a flute.
Yeah.
Like the most unmetal thing ever. Dude, award shows are such jokes, dude.
Oh man.
Anyway, we can wrap this bitch with some funny and fucked up videos.
Well, I actually got something really cool to show you. Did you see this Keanu Reeves video?
Ford Coppola once for his birthday.
Oh, he actually was on it?
Yeah, this is crazy, dude.
That's the
Coppola once for his birthday some mushrooms.
What?
And then yeah.
Yes, this is a great start.
We were doing Dracula.
Wait, before he directed it or after?
No, I think I don't know, it was during. It was I heard it was his birthday, and I happened to have an eighth of some mushrooms.
That's so cool to hear him say he had an eighth of mushrooms. You're like, oh shit.
That's badass, dude. I gotta watch that part.
And how did he react?
He took them. I don't want to. He had a very nice birthday.
Wow.
He said he enjoyed them.
That's why Roman directed the first 5 minutes. I think.
No, Roman was doing all the experimental, not experimental, but
Dad, I got this. Just go over there and try.
Wow, you gave mushrooms to one of the biggest directors of all time. I heard that Gary.
It's cool, man. I love that shit. He's got to be probably like the one of the few good guys.
Yeah, like one of the cool actors.
Yeah, that you just know is a good.
I wish
dude.
he would fucking go on Rogan.
Yeah.
The director of John Wick was on Rogan, and if you're into filmmaking and things like that, it was absolutely phenomenal. But he talks about just how insane Keanu is to work with. Like, he figured out these like crazy gun tricks. Like, even Rogan was like, how the fuck did you guys come up with it? He's like, yeah, Keanu came up with that. It was like this crazy way to reload that's actually like way more efficient, that has never been done, that they started doing in the movie. Like,
wow.
God. Like, he really does all that crazy shit. Remember they used to call it, they called it Gung Fu?
Yeah.
Christian Bale movie. What was that movie?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that movie?
It starts with an E. Oh my God. Equilibrium.
Oh, yeah. Dude, did you hear about this kid, that hacker for GTA 6? Got
No.
sentenced to hospital for life unless deemed no longer a danger. He was found guilty of 12 charges, including fraud and blackmail. So he's hacked like NVIDIA. He's part of some hacking group. I think it's different from the Sony leaks. I don't know if you saw those with Wolverine. Did you see all that crazy shit? So these hackers about a week ago threatened Sony, and they said, if you don't pay us $2 million, we're going to release all of this, the new Wolverine game, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Sony didn't comply. So, dude, the entire game is like on Twitter. The release for all the games up to 2030, like all this crazy shit came out.
Wow.
The hackers really had it. So anyway, this kid got caught, and life, I don't know what in the hospital, I guess some crazy mental hospital or something.
Wow, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. They're probably trying to make an example out of him.
Where is he from? Is he in like a different country? He's probably not in America, right? They wouldn't do that in America, would they?
Oh, he has autism. Hacked into Rockstar Games using only a hotel TV and Amazon Fire Stick and his mobile phone. What the
Wow.
Excuse me, guys. This was due to his laptop having been previously confiscated by authorities due to him hacking into NVIDIA. Why would you lock him up? Hire him.
I know.
Him and give him a job in the fucking government.
Exactly.
This motherfucker seemed like a genius. That's that's probably what they are doing. And they're like, yeah, he's going to hospital.
He's in the hospital. Yeah.
They're like, no, he's in the CIA now.
Yeah, did you see that one guy who went on Sean Ryan? That was the guy that went and found all the pedophiles and stuff.
I don't know.
Dude, he was a hacker, right? And
that really skinny looking dude.
Yeah.
And
so that dude,
live.
Yeah, that dude is always on Twitter, and he's giving all these points and telling you, you don't want your kids to do this because they're it's that like it's crazy how nuts it is, man.
Yeah, like how easy.
Sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad, dude. It's you want to see something actually kind of cool, dude? So
definitely.
I don't know how they did this, but they like took a computer program and they did what if it was Sauron's army of however many million orcs versus Darth Vader's army of so many thousand.
Yeah, I've seen those. Not that
Did
one.
you
but I
see
know what
that?
you're talking about. No, not that one, but I've seen where they did like Chuck Norris's versus Jedis.
This is crazy. Look at this.
200 ATTE tanks, 10,000 stormtroopers, and 10,000 battle droids against 1 million orcs, 2,000 trolls, and some archers. All right, run that shit.
And dude, they play the whole thing out, and you can see Vader running, and it's lore accurate, bro. That's badass. Sauron's a big bad motherfucker, right? You see him instantly take each other on.
They should do this with Marvel and DC,
right? And then so you go forward. Look where Vader is.
tearing everybody up.
He's fucking everybody up, dude. And he gets to the end, and it's fucking just them two.
Can't they just write
Vader
this?
fucked them all up, dude.
Did he? Oh,
Yep.
nice.
That's how they should have made fucking Vader. That's how they should have made fucking Vader. Yeah, the Chuck Norris shit is fun. Would be hilarious, dude. Chuck Norris is still alive too, which is crazy.
Yeah, even that Darth Vader scene we got was added after, like after they filmed everything.
Yeah.
I saw behind the scenes of how much of a disaster Rogue One was for Gareth Edwards, the filmmaker.
Yeah.
Because like he kind of put his heart and soul into it, and then he just assumed Disney wouldn't want him to kill off the characters, so you had this crazy, pretty badass ending, and then they're like, "No, you need to kill him off," and he's like, "What the fuck?" So he went back, and they actually hired Tony Gilroy, of like you know those crazy Matt Damon movies where he's doing fighting and all that action shit, and he reshot all that stuff. And I think Gareth Edwards got to do the Vader scene that they added, but that whole ending was... It sounds like working for Disney just sucks.
Oh yeah, dude. They work your balls off, bro.
And then there's that whole like Snyder shit. I was kind of stoked to see his new movie on coming out here soon, but now it's all it's not my Snyder cut, you know, this and that, the same old bullshit again, dude.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, dude.
Like,
Jeez, his movie got totally just fucking lambasted, man.
Well, yeah, by reviewers. I don't care about.
Yeah.
Usually, when that happens, the movie's good.
Well, what
I'm trying to say is Zack Snyder's saying how this isn't even the version he wanted. It's like, isn't it Netflix?
Yeah.
I thought Netflix lets you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like he wanted it R and shit, so it's like, what the fuck? I don't know if he just.
Did you see? There's a new Adam Sandler movie coming out on Netflix about astronaut.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah, that looks interesting. That looks really interesting,
One of the
man.
best fucking careers ever, dude. He just gets to film these goofy comedies where he makes fucking bank with all his friends, right? And then in between, he just squeezes in these fucking killer drama, actual like real acting performances. It's quite a phenomenal career, dude, to watch.
Yeah.
Remember when he came out with Punch Drunk Love? Everyone's like, what the fuck? He can act.
Yeah, it was a great fucking movie too, and I love how he showed up at that one dude's house holding the end of the phone. All right, I got something funny to show you. Remember that chick that Walmart that quit
Gail
and
Thomas?
went up? Yeah, you remember her?
Legend. Yeah, she's a legend.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis, 10-year associate.
Oh yeah, it's
Morris, Illinois, 844. Signing out. Good night.
There's actually a funny story behind that where... God, what was the story?
Proceeds going to Children's Miracle Network. That's pretty cool.
Something happened where like they created it and then they had to take the video down and make it back up, or I don't know. There's controversy behind this when they made that for her at first. But
Wow,
yeah,
Walmart,
I love
Walmart told them to take it down, probably.
Yeah, I love how she just became this icon, dude.
Yeah, it's funny, bro.
Have you seen these new photos of Uranus?
Whoa, what?
Yeah, there's those new James Webb Telescope pictures.
Wow,
This is
dude,
one of
holy
Uranus.
shit.
Like, what the fuck is that?
That is amazing, dude.
I know, I looked at this like for 20 minutes the other day, like super stoned, like, what the fuck?
Look at all the moons around it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
Look at all those galaxies in the background.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. That James Webb Telescope, man, is fucking game changing.
And then, of course, the comments, the Uranus jokes are just...
Yeah.
That's a clean picture of Uranus.
Mr. Bean.
It might be time for a rebrand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a rename. This cool, bro. We can't be fucking. We need to stop it. We need to. Like, it's too cool. Maybe we call one of the other lamer planets that. Dude, do you remember how? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay.
Did you see that FAR They're releasing like these badass reissues in vinyl.
On vinyl, nice.
Yeah, yeah. Look how bad that is. All the different colors and shit.
That was bad.
Badass song. Yeah. That's a crazy fucking old school picture, man.
Yeah, they look all so young. Sean's touring with Chino right now with Crosses.
I know, bro. I've been stuck in a Chino radio mix on my Spotify.
Do you remember how last week I was asking about comics? How if illustrators are afraid to make their women characters hot anymore? Like, not that I care about. Why are you laughing? Quit fucking cheating, you fuck. That you know why?
No, hold on. No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm just seeing Billy's comment.
Okay. I thought you were cheating.
It says that's bleached when we were talking about Uranus.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They need a rebrand. It's pretty funny though.
All right.
No, not that I need my female characters sexy or hot, but I remember growing up, they were always pretty
April
much,
O'Neil.
you know, good looking and things like that.
Scarlet.
But, recently they came out with a character for
Greta
what's her name?
Thunberg. How dare you?
No, that's Poison Ivy in the new game.
What?
This character.
That's
This is the new Poison Ivy.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Wow. They made her a Poison Ivy character?
No, people are just saying that it resembles her.
Oh.
They're not saying that they built it off of her, but
Oh, I got you.
That's the new Poison Ivy.
Wow. That's surprising.
See what I'm
What
saying?
does
Like
Harley
those
look like? I
before.
want to see what Harley looks like.
Um,
Do they have Harley as all smoking hot? Yeah.
See,
Fucking
there
A, they
it is
do.
right there. Oh yeah.
It looks like a
that's true.
kid.
Yeah, it is. It's like a.
They made her a kid? Like a 12-year-old?
We'll see. We get a copy.
Hold on, let me
short.
There's my girl.
She is not made of meat. Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
I don't know you, but my pheromones remember you.
So it's some type of story in the game where she's a kid. That's got to be what it is. Because it definitely that was weird. That looked cool though. What a cool little entrance. That game looked cool.
Yes, that's
game
you're
looked-
supposed to be the Suicide Squad, and you killed the Justice League. That's dope.
Yeah, that's a super cool game. That's a good idea. I want to check that out. Is it already out?
I don't think so.
Um,
Check these out, dude. Scientists in Taiwan added jellyfish genes to cartfish DNA, resulting in glowing fish.
oh, bro,
Plain
that's
God.
amazing. Well, that's where those glowfish came from. They put dyes in their eggs, and that's how they. That's amazing, dude. That is crazy. Wow.
That's like out of a Marvel movie.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
I wonder if it fucks them up. They did that to dogs also? What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, they did. They fucking made glowing dogs. What the fuck? Check this out, bro. This is one of the coolest videos I think I've ever seen somebody capture. It's almost as good as that one where it's the seagull flying on another seagull. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, that was unreal.
Look at this one. Look at these fucking
Oh,
two
yeah, I saw
eagles.
this, actually. Are they mating?
Yeah, it's a mating dance.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy, dude. I can't believe
Yeah.
they were able to capture that. Yeah, that's unreal.
That is so cool, dude. There's nothing as cool as big fucking birds and big cats, man. I watched a video to show like how big bald eagles really are, and you don't realize how big those motherfuckers are.
Hey, can they scoop like little dogs and shit?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. In a heartbeat. They're massive, dude. They're huge. Have you there I remember one time I went out to a shooting expo and they had the Arizona Game and Fish there, and they had one of those California golden eagles there. Dude, it was like half the size of a person, bro. It was so big, it scared the shit out of me, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. It would fuck you up, bro, if it wanted to. Like seriously.
You want me? So if you guys are sensitive to content, I would suggest, because we're gonna end the show soon, just peacing out now, because this
Yeah.
might fuck you up.
That's a pretty big it's pretty big, but I'm with it.
So do you remember the movie Milo and Otis?
Yeah.
Do you know about it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I remember the movie, how sad it was.
Okay. So if you don't remember, Milo and Otis came out when we were kids. It's about a pug and a cat. What I didn't know is this was a... Hang on, let me actually pull this up really quick, because I want to make sure I get my facts right on this. Yeah. The Adventures of Milo and Otis was actually a 1986 Japanese adventure comedy drama. Okay. So it came out in Japan first. And then when it came out in the US, they actually had to edit 15 minutes from it just because of how crazy the footage is and shit. But all the things that happened in the film actually really happened. So, and a lot of it was cut out. So there's a scene where a pug's fighting a bear, like right here, all these kittens, they're actually being attacked by these birds, and 20
Oh my
kittens
God,
died
dude.
during the filming of this. And then
Oh
there's
my
another
God.
scene, let me see if they show it up here, where he's fighting a bear. Well, that's really happening. He's really fighting a bear, and pugs got fucked up while they were filming this.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's
crazy,
fucked,
dude?
bro. That sucks. Well, shit like that's gotta be found out for them to fucking make a law to say you can't do that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just crazy that,
Wow.
you know, filmmakers would put
do
these
that,
animals-
yeah.
And then you watch it as a kid.
Well,
I don't remember
I'm
what
gonna-
scenes were in there and didn't make it, but was you watch it as a kid, you just assume, oh, this is filmmaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not getting hurt. And then
Yeah.
lo and behold,
Well,
20 kittens died in the making of that.
I'm gonna say something really crazy, and I don't mean it to sound mean or not, because I hate seeing any animal, especially a dog, get fucked with at all, or anything bad to happen. Like, I'd rather not see it. But the kids that grew up in the 80s, I think because of Disney, we have this different way of looking at animals than kids that grew up in like the 60s and the 50s and earlier. You know what I mean? Like
What do you
kids
mean?
that
'Cause,
grew up
like,
in the
if you-
70s and the 80s, we look at animals and we put human characteristics to it. You know what I mean? Like it's cute, it's cuddly. Whereas I think people that grew up before Disney, they just looked at it like it's an animal, it's nothing. You know, we eat off of them. You know what I mean? They have, but ever since Disney, it's kind
They
of
made 'em
like
cute.
they made them cute and have you know, like thoughts and you know, and I definitely, you know, that whole crazy thing came out today where I'm not going to say that animals don't have thoughts, but there's certain animals that we know do. Like this came out where it says scientists had a groundbreaking conversation with a humpback whale in her own language, and it could help humans chat with aliens one day. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and we know dogs, like, they think, they care, they want to make you happy. That's all they want, is to make you happy. And like they have that. There's something more than just being, mindless with dogs.
Dude, it's crazy. The recent Joe Rogan, he had these two guys on who just talk about AI. They're really invested into AI. One of the guys actually invented infinite scroll, and he talks about it, how he actually regrets that, but he saw like how these companies can benefit from that, and he presented it to him, and then they all bought that from him. But anyway, they were saying how they were able to use AI to like figure out communication between dolphins, whales, how like dolphins actually have names for each other and stuff like that, and how it's only just going to get better, dude. So I think at some point we'll actually be able to not only communicate with animals through AI, but decipher like stuff from like the Rosetta Stone and shit like that. You know what I mean? The AI is gonna be wild, dude.
Bro. Not only that,
you gotta watch that episode with these two guys on Rogan, bro.
The
It'll blow your
medicine,
mind.
the medicine that we're getting is gonna have us live longer. Dogs are gonna have that medicine where they can live as long as humans. Like, it's gonna get crazy, dude. We're gonna get the Neuralink, is gonna be happening. Do you think that we destroy ourselves before we get to that point? Because I feel like here in the next couple of years, like we have a serious chance to pop off, and just like we're so close to becoming that.
Are you talking about Civil War, dog?
I'm not talking about Civil War. I'm talking about anything like a volcano going off in Yellowstone, nuclear war,
just anything.
A meteorite hitting the Earth. Like I feel like we're so close to reaching that, stepping over that goal of being whatever they call it, like a 0-point civilization. What Michio Kaku talks about. Yeah, well, like Michio Kaku talks about, you have to do certain things and reach certain platforms to get into become a higher civilization, and we're not there yet. And technology could help us get there, but at the same time, it's also
we're going to destroy each other.
We're going to destroy ourselves, or something's going to destroy us.
I would say because of the nukes, we are definitely closer to that than ever. And we just have all these unhinged politicians and people running the world. Everyone's on fucking Adderall and SSRIs and shit. Everyone just needs to take mushrooms in reality. But anytime I have those thoughts, I try to think every person in history thought it was doomsday and the end of the world was coming. Everyone probably thought that during World War II, during World War I, during the Crusade. You know what I mean? Just any major event. They're like, oh, this is the end of the world. The Black Plague. Can you imagine the Black Plague? Everyone probably thought it was the end of the world. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
There's talk about that meteor coming, and, NASA's been sending things out to go land on meteors and figure out ways to change its trajectory for a reason.
I do feel like they're slowly trying to tell us with the films coming out, like that fucking Barack Obama produced Sam Esmail movie.
Yeah.
This
crazy.
And then there's a new one. I think it's called Civil War.
Yeah.
Actually, a great filmmaker. The guy that makes all those other crazy sci-fi movies. I don't know.
Did you see? I think we might become so stupid though too. I saw this, and I don't know how old this is, but it's fucking hilarious.
We played this before, actually.
I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like,
you're triggering me,
be
McClay.
comradely doesn't just.
McClay, you're triggering me. This is sensory overload. I'm gonna take my headphones off, guys.
I can't.
Dude, that's like a
true,
fucking.
bro.
I know
that's gotta be
like
a joke.
That feels no, it's not a joke. That
know
also
it's
feels
not.
like a skit. That's a skit.
Yeah.
I almost
Yeah,
want to just remake that as a skit, just word for word.
Yeah.
People like, oh, this is funny. Like, no, actually, there's a real video of this. People be like, that's really
Bro.
good writing. That's really funny. Like, no,
Yeah.
actually, I didn't write this. This is real.
Dude.
One of these nights, dude, I'm gonna take you one of these shows, dude. Check this shit out. Want to be fun, dude? Wee. 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 Did you see the fall?
That's fucking terrible, bro.
Well, I didn't post it.
Did you see this one?
Oh God, yeah. Where is that at?
Where do you think?
LA. Well, definitely California. It's either LA or SF.
It's Walk of
LA.
Fame, dude. You see the Hollywood
Yeah,
stars
I see
there?
I see it now. Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck is it?
California is a shithole. I mean, that is funny, but at the same time, I mean,
it's sad, dude.
There's families that go.
Do you remember when we went and when we were in high school?
I know, but when you go to LA or California and you go to the Walk of Fame, people don't realize how ghetto it is. You just go there because, oh, you're like, oh, these celebrities, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking. Even when we went, it was ghetto. But it's
Yeah,
like that times 100 now. So
Yeah.
families are walking around there having to see that shit, dude. That's crazy.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, kids. I remember being in Seattle, and for Emerald City Comic Con last year, and all the parents were having to hide their kids' eyes. You know, like when your parents didn't want you to see something. The whole time walking outside because people were just out there shooting up, smoking fentanyl.
That's not funny. Oh, here's more pictures of those James Webb, bro. We got Jupiter,
Wow,
Saturn,
dude.
Neptune, and Uranus. So,
Wow.
look at fucking. Was that Jupiter? Yeah.
That's amazing,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Makes you feel really small when you really think about that shit, dude. Like how big the moon is and shit like that.
Have you ever jumped off a roof into a pool or like onto a trampoline or anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I got caught a couple times by my neighbors telling my parents that we were doing it when we were kids.
What did your parents do?
My parents were just like, don't do that anymore. They're like, okay.
Oh, you guys were good kids.
Whoa.
Oh!
That noise, the noise. Oh.
Play that one more time. Okay.
One more. Are you one of those people that you get hurt when you see it?
No, but I feel fucking bad, dude.
Oh.
I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad? He's the dumbass that jumped off of it. How could you feel bad?
I feel bad because I'm thinking of it happening to me. That's why I feel bad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
oh, that could have been me.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm
oh,
dumbass.
like those people that slip if they're like jumping into a pool and they get on their roof and they slip. Have you ever seen them slip? And
Yeah, I've jumped into a pool, not off a roof, but just jumped in a pool and hit my head before off the concrete. That shit's scary. I love these fucking snakes, dude. That have those tails that are like a spider.
oh yeah, like the spiders. Yeah. Whoa, that's awesome, dude.
It's called a spider-tailed horned viper.
That's amazing.
Like, how did it fucking... Like, what the fuck?
Evolution, man. Those things have been around for millions of years.
Yeah.
Millions of years more than we have. So, check this one out, bro. This is actually kind of cool. You missed it, dude. You gotta watch it. What a fucking great moment, dude. Like, that's a cool moment when you can catch your kid, like, figure out how to use his thumbs.
That's why you need to have kids, McClay.
No. That's all right.
This is the last one I got. The moose shedding his antlers.
Oh, yeah, this is crazy. Fucking crazy, bro.
Peace out.
And then people go and find them and sell them as dog treats. All right, I got something really cool to show you. This is really fucking cool, dude. You played basketball growing up too, so you'll kind of get it. All right, this is fucking crazy.
This school set the record by attempting 111 threes. They made 40 of them and won the game by 67 points. They are able to do this because they've devised an offense that reigns supreme over all other basketball offenses. This system racks up more points than any other in the world. Grinnell College is a small school in Iowa, better known for academics. They were coming off 25 straight losing seasons before David Arsenault took over. David knew drastic changes had to be made, so he built what he calls the system. 5-man waves of subs are brought in every other minute to keep players fresh. His guys shoot as many threes as quickly as possible. The first possible shot is the best possible shot. They full court press and always double the ball. The system even prefers giving up a layup over getting a shot clock violation. I know this video sounds satirical right now, but it gets weirder. Instead of playing D, Grinnell has 2 guys stand around half court to cherry pick. Everything you grew up learning is thrown out the window. The system shouldn't work, but it does. Jack Taylor even dropped 138 points in a game. Now,
that's real.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is real, dude. Check this out. This is nuts.
Of course, David has drawn loads of hate from basketball purists, but he doesn't care. Today, his son coaches the team, and as long as the system is run, absolutely no record is safe. Follow if you enjoy.
That is crazy, dude.
I love people that just figure out a new way to just reinvent the system, you know?
Dude, that's so smart, dude. He's playing it like hockey. His players never get tired. Always sending in 5 more every minute. So you're always fresh, and you're just... It's Splash Brothers basketball. Every shoot a 3 every time. Always have somebody cherry picking. Like, that's crazy,
smart as
bro.
fuck, dude.
Yeah, that is smart. So
They need to
good
do that
shit.
with the, like baseball or something.
I know. Much love, everybody.
All right, guys. Well, I'll do plugs just really quick. Let's see. Let's get some music going. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us each week. If you have a free second, we are on Rumble. We have 80 followers over there. They are always there for us when we get banned on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, if you have a free second, make sure you subscribed over there. You can also join the channel. You can support it for 99 cents a month. You get loyalty badges and custom emojis for the comments. We also have exclusive members only videos. We're also live on Twitter. McClay has his shows.
Yep, you can find me at Beyond Wednesdays, live every Saturday and Wednesday.
Nice. And also, if you want to check out The Sound Guy, it's still available for rent. It's a dark stoner comedy I wrote and directed. McClay actually acts in it. You can find all the information there, the IMDb for it. You just click rent here, and you can rent it for $5. Every penny goes back into the project, so we can hopefully shoot the rest of the season. So, all right, guys, I think that's
Amen.
all I got. You got anything else, dog?
Nope. Just Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Hopefully you guys have a good next week, and we'll see you next Thursday. And UFO show be on separate new schedule coming up soon.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.